Muy buenas a todos, jóvenes, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos a Juegos Perdidos y bienvenidos nuevamente a los Pilares de la Tierra. Como siempre, antes de nada, agradeceros al que estéis por aquí, que tengáis a bien el pasar un ratito con un servidor. Gracias por vuestro apoyo a esta serie y, en definitivas cuentas, por creer en Juegos Perdidos. Recordad que la forma de ayudar es muy sencilla, dando un pequeño like. De esta forma conseguiremos que YouTube pues recomiende ese tipo de contenido a otras personas, y de esta forma pues cuantos más seamos pues más será conocido este canal, que también es el vuestro. Y si esta es la primera vez que te pasas por aquí y quieres saber cómo, cuando subo directos, cuando subo los vídeos, estar al corriente de eso, es tan sencillo como suscribirte y darle a la campanita. Pues nada, como bien sabéis, en los últimos vídeos ha habido unos giros de guión muy chulos. Aliena está en Francia, nos hemos centrado en la historia de Aliena realmente, y estamos buscando a Jack. Y ahora, en concreto, nos sale, aparece nuevamente Jack en escena. Así que, a ver qué pasó con él.
That statuette.
Presenta los tres artilugios.
But one thing at a time. Let us let Jack decide what to
Un judío, un
demonstrate
musulmán y un
first.
cristiano converso, pero sus disputas son siempre en tono jocoso, llenos de sabiduría y curiosidad. Un judío, un musulmán y un cristiano, fíjate. Ese parece un chiste. Artilugio con forma de burro, uno de los nuevos juguetes de Rashid. Viene de un país de Oriente Lejano.
He likes
Funciona
to
solo con
take his
agua.
time, doesn't he?
Bóveda, bóvedas nervadas y arcos apuntados. Los constructores del sur son unos genios. Es todo islámico, ¿no? Lo que se nota. Vale, estatua de una dama, madera y ojos de piedra. No tienen ningún mecanismo. Nadie sabe cómo funciona. Encaja a la perfección en el artilugio, pero se quita fácilmente. Normalmente se llena de agua. Otro nuevo artilugio. Este funciona con vapor, puro ingenio. Artilugio con forma de pájaro.
What is he doing now?
Not much, I suppose.
Agua para refrescarse por las tardes, demasiado pesada para moverla. Vale, pues entonces ya está. Esto no podemos hacer nada. Vamos a... aquí.
On second thought, why don't you save the lady for last? Otherwise, the other two devices might appear bland and boring in comparison.
I agree.
Está vacío. Guardar. Está vacío.
No, it's too heavy.
Ajá. Entonces vamos a coger esto, vamos a llenarlo de agua. Está lleno de agua, guardar. Y lo vamos a poner soporte con cuenco de agua.
And now? Now, Jack will heat the water in the tank.
Vale, hay que coger la vela. Guardamos la vela. Y la ponemos de ahí debajo. Ahí va a
It's so beautiful it will make you cry. Just listen.
Los Banu Musha. Examinar. Los hermanos Banu Musha fueron tres académicos de origen persa que vivieron en el Bagdad del siglo IX. Son conocidos por el libro de los dispositivos ingeniosos, un compendio ilustrado de aparatos mecánicos y autómatas. Estos últimos se diseñaron sobre todo con fines lúdicos, pero presentaron grandes avances en materia de ingeniería. Los hermanos también escribieron tratados de astronomía, astrología y geometría, el último de los cuales tuvo gran influencia sobre los matemáticos islámicos y europeos de la época. Muy
But
chulo, ¿eh?
how marvelous!
How does it work?
Maybe it's a miracle.
Right.
Go on, Jack. Tell them.
Explicarlo.
There's a hidden wheel inside the box. It turns an axle that in return raises and drops a sequence of small cylinders inside. These cylinders work like fingers playing a flute.
But who is blowing into the flute?
Steam.
Steam?
Yes. When I opened the pipe, it gradually pushed itself into the tube.
The power of steam. For once, I must agree, this is brilliant.
Of course! It was created by a Muslim after all.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What else have you got, Rashid?
Anyone care for some tea?
Thank you, my daughter. We will have some as soon as Jack has finished our presentation.
Mind if I watch?
Of course not.
Oh.
So, who is this man, Rashid?
Jack is a friend of the house. A brilliant man, a scholar and a talented artist. Just the other day, he explained Euclid to me.
I could watch this man scoop up water all day.
What is that? A Greek who wrote a book called The Elements of Geometry. The Egyptians translated it into Arabic, and now the Englishmen are turning it into Latin. Now, watch the head. Just any moment now. There. Did you see?
It threw up.
Rashid, this is disgusting. Oh, far from it. Would you kindly explain how it works, Jack?
You see that bowl floating on top of the water? At the bottom of that bowl is a small hole. Through it, the bowl is slowly filled with liquid. Once it's full, it sinks, pulling a string which makes the ball drop onto a weight. This, in return, pulls the bowl up again, emptying it in the process.
Thus resetting the entire mechanism.
If you timed it perfectly, you could make it drop a ball at every hour.
Turning it into a clock. How clever.
En un
For
G1.
me, it's still nothing more than a puking donkey.
Show us more, Rashid.
Vale,
One
ahora.
could join those two and build a singing donkey clock. One song after every hour.
That would be pretty clever.
I know, right? You could be the one to build it.
Oh, that would be unfair. It's your invention.
I would let you have it. Or we design it together.
Yuhu.
You still haven't shown us that statuette yet. Of course. Jack, if you may.
How very peculiar.
Oh, you will love this. Just watch.
Tengo que ponerla en algún lugar fresco. Bueno, pues en el agua, ¿no? Supongo. Ah, no.
There's no space to put her here.
Mesa pequeña. Vale. Ah, en la sombra.
And now?
Just be patient, but don't look away. It takes some time for her to...
Cambia de color.
To do what?
Is it crying? Isn't that amazing?
No, it's irritating. Rashid, what is going on?
Es un enigma.
It's a mystery.
Rashid, please. We all know that there is no such thing as a man-made miracle. And this piece of wood is very clearly made by man.
Un trozo de madera.
I very much agree, my friends. But so far, none of us has an explanation.
All we know for certain is that her glassy eyes shed tears when you move her from warmth into cold.
Like a plant at sunrise? Like dew? The only difference is the surface, that's all.
I think you may be onto something.
Am I? Of course, I had no intention of disturbing your conversation. But if you can find out why there's dew gathering on a plant, you may understand why that woman is so weepy. So, who wants a cup of tea?
I'll have some.
Your daughter is quite something, Rashid. A scholar in her own right.
I know, I'd rather she wasn't. It would make marrying her off so much easier.
Oh, I'm certain that won't stay a problem for long.
Maybe the dew originates from invisible water in the air. Water that stays hidden when it's hot.
En el camino de Santiago, vale, esto es lo último que vimos, ¿eh? Lo último que vimos es que se adentró. Claro, es que a mí me sonaba algo de España.
Converged at Osterbat in the foothills of the Pyrenees. There, the group of 20 or so pilgrims who had been travelling alongside me since I'd left Tours swelled to about 70. Some were prosperous citizens, some probably on the run from justice, a few drunks, and several monks and clergymen. Several languages were spoken, including Flemish, a German tongue, and a southern French language called Oc. Nevertheless, there was no lack of communication among them, and as we crossed the Pyrenees, they sang, played games, told stories, and in several cases had love affairs. While my baby and I kept mostly to ourselves.
Ganz schön frech, die mit ihrem Kind.
Habla en alemán.
Hush now.
Dar un paseo, disculparse ante los peregrinos, acunar al bebé, tararear una canción.
Richtig dreist.
A ver si tarareando.
Kann ein Mann nicht einfach mal seine Ruhe haben? Der Weg aus Babenberg war doch anstrengend genug.
I'm sorry. He has to cry himself out before he'll fall asleep. It will give you a strong voice one day, won't it? Do you have children?
Eso es un no. Dar un paseo, anda.
Ein Kind hat ja auch gar nichts verloren.
No entiendo lo que dicen. ¿Será una lengua germana?
Jetzt ist's aber gut.
Había algo de leña ya. Para los peregrinos que pasan por aquí. No, partiré mañana. Cruzaré el puente. Mira al rey. Volver al campamento. Han concedido privilegios de pontazgo al pueblo. Todos los peregrinos deben pasar por aquí. Oh, ¿qué le pasa? Quizá pueda ayudarle de algún modo.
Dear Lord, what are you doing? You should get out of the water. It's freezing.
My ring! I lost my ring!
Dear Lord, please show mercy.
Muchos peregrinos se quedan junto al manantial del pueblo. Pensé que habría más silencio junto al río. Y ahora soy yo la que hace ruido.
Come back to me. Please come back to me.
She's not listening. The cold will kill you.
I can't leave without my ring.
She's not listening.
Busca el anillo. Vale. Hay que dejar al crío.
Where are you?
Vale, ya lo hemos
Where did
visto.
you go?
Aquí está. Lo encontré.
I found it.
Yes! Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You are a very kind woman. So very, very kind.
I'm glad I could help.
Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
No salte del agua.
I can see this ring is very precious to you.
It was a gift from my stepmother.
Madrastra.
She thought I would stay forever, but I didn't.
Why did you leave?
Oh, I thought I didn't belong. She always said I was her daughter, but I was sure she was lying. I was so selfish and so stupid. Too stupid to see I really was happy.
Eso cuando era chiquilla.
Tell me about your stepmother.
She was such a kind woman. So very, very kind.
Are you getting warmer?
I am, thank you.
Maybe you really weren't happy.
I don't know. I was very young and thought I was unhappy because I didn't live close to the sea. But in the end, the sea did not feel the same about me. The cold there made me sick. It took away my sight.
Fíjate.
Why didn't you go back?
She had been so angry when I left. So angry and disappointed. She would have never let me return.
Eso no lo sabes.
Ah, that's why you went on the pilgrimage.
Yes, so that St. James might see my devotion, and I will be united with my mother in heaven. I'm just not as kind as you. Not kind at all.
You're too hard on yourself.
I don't know.
I, too, am trying to make amends with the one man I loved the most. I was told he went straight to Santiago.
You will know soon.
Not soon enough. It's still 4 weeks till I get there.
He'll be there, I'm sure of it.
I hope so. I just feel that with every day that passes, I'm losing him a bit more. And that the only thing I can allow myself still to hope for is not love, but forgiveness.
I understand.
Hey, hush now. Not long now and our journey will be over,
El camino de Santiago, examinar. El camino es una ruta cristiana de peregrinaje hasta la Catedral de Santiago de Compostela, donde se cree que yacen los restos de Santiago el Mayor, apóstol de Jesús. El peregrinaje a Santiago es considerado, según junto a los de Roma y Jerusalén, uno de los más importantes de la cristiandad. Para los creyentes, emprender esta travesía es la única forma de liberar al peregrino de sus pecados. Llegado el siglo XII, el camino era ya una institución bien organizada. Incluso se escribió un libro a modo de guía de viaje para peregrinos, el Códice Calixtino. La concha de Vieira, símbolo de Santiago y del camino, guía a los peregrinos, quizá porque el mar aguarda al final de su viaje. Muy bien. Ahí está, la España de tiempos remotos. Qué chulo, ¿eh? Pasar por aquí, seguir camino. Burgos, Bilbao, Pamplona.
The woman's name was Alba. She came from a small town somewhere in Catalonia.
Anda, mira.
I quickly got used to her constantly feeling out for her stepmother's ring and the sad guilt that would always follow in her milky eyes.
Pobrecillo. Pequeña aldea de Cataluña.
I wasn't sure if she appreciated my company, but I couldn't leave her on her own either. By the time we reached Los Arcos, she'd stopped talking, while I kept on dropping a kind word here and there to let her know I was still by her side. Alba believed herself to be of weak mind and body, and yet she walked the Camino with a strong sense of purpose that willed her onward. It made me wonder about what I'd told her about my own journey. Did I hope for love, or was I really traveling because I needed him to forgive me? But what was there to forgive? My decision to marry Alfred had been in the best interest of the people of Shiring. It was a sacrifice I had to make to stop the evil reign of William Hamley. These questions had haunted me for a long time now. But if I really was going to see Jack soon, it was time to make up my mind.
Ponferrada. Camino largo, ¿eh? Si tienen que hacerlo andando en aquella época.
Around Lyon, the path began to gradually turn uphill. It was only 2 more weeks till we'd reached Santiago. The baby was in a good mood, and so, surprisingly, was Alba.
Es interesante que en vez de decir León, dicen Lyon. Directamente. Dicen Lyon. Seguir el camino.
After Astorga, the trail got more difficult. Alba became slower and slower, and we had to rest more. She became quiet again. The strain on her old body grew, and she worried that she might not be able to reach the end. Still, we managed to push onward. The next morning, she refused to get up. Her breathing was disturbingly shallow, and she hardly noticed me touching her forehead. Everything hurts, she said, and urged me to continue without her.
Me van a poner a elegir a acompañarla o dejarla. Quedarse con ella. A ver qué pasa.
Of course, I stayed with her. I brought her food and water and sat by her side. But day after day, her condition grew worse. She kept on urging me to go, to find Jack, saying the monks of Ponferrada would take care of her.
Tengo mis dudas. Seguir junto a ella, venga, va, a ver qué pasa.
I'd hardly known her, and most of the time she'd tried to push me away, as if she considered herself a nuisance that slowed me down and who didn't deserve company.
Pobrecilla.
It wasn't until a few moments before she died that, for the first time, she smiled at me, and I like to believe that she saw me smile back.
Esto es lo que me veía venir. Me veía venir que moriría, pero bueno. Cambia mucho el cuento de morir solo a morir acompañado.
I still like to believe that here, in this unlikely place, dying next to a near stranger, she'd found a moment of serenity and happiness. But she'd not reached Santiago.
Pobrecilla.
When I left, that thought still haunted me. To see that a journey could come to an end so suddenly. But what would be different if she had reached Santiago? Could she have been disappointed by what she found? After months of hard travel, the child and I finally reached Santiago de Compostela. In the evening, we attended Mass in the great cathedral, then started to roam the town looking for my dear Jack. It was almost dawn when finally a priest pointed me to an inn close by.
Otra posada para peregrinos. Me dijeron que Jack se hospedó aquí. ¿Pero a dónde habrá ido ahora? Un peregrino descansando. Hace una buena noche. Pronto saldrá el sol. Debe de haber muchas personas al día. Voy a acercarme. ¿Alguien los ha dejado aquí o los ha olvidado? ¿Otro grupo de peregrinos bebidos? Vale, pues ya está. Posadero. O posadera.
Buenos días. Do you understand me?
Buenos días. Qué bueno.
Sinto ben, pero non temos camas dispoñibles.
No, I don't need a room. I was told a friend of mine stayed here some time ago.
Hablar en gallego.
A red-haired Englishman called Jack. Do you remember him?
Eu só che falo en galego, miña rula.
Français? English?
En galego, ¿ves?
Have you seen a man called Jack Jackson? Jack? He's a mason.
Jack?
Yes, have you seen him?
Pásanche por aquí centos de peregrinos e cada un eche de seu pai. Vas ter que ser algo máis específica.
I don't understand.
No te entiendo.
I'm looking for a man who likes to read a lot.
E logo anda sempre cun libro en riba.
Have you seen anyone like that?
Pero, por que levas un libro en riba? Vas descangallar co peso.
She doesn't even understand that I'm looking for a person yet.
Mira, la culpa no es de ella, es tuya. Estás en un país extranjero, ¿qué quieres?
Oh, que cousiña. Eche rubio.
No, eche rubio.
Sí, redhead. Have you seen his father, Padre del Niño? Jack Jackson?
Ven sendo un peregrino?
What?
É un peregrino?
Oh, no. He's not a pilgrim.
Entón, quen ven sendo?
Albañil.
Let me show you something. Oh, can you help us translate?
O inglés non cho falo, desculpa.
Señalar la posada. Los tarros, la chimenea, yo qué sé. Hace edificios, señora la posada.
I was told he used to stay here.
Dis que o rubio está aquí? Ah, xa sei a quen andas a buscar. Xurxo!
Que foi?
O raparigo este é che fillo teu.
Pois, non che sei. Case que non,
Yo creo que no.
No, he's not the man I'm looking for.
Semella que desta aínda zafas.
Me parece que a mí de esta te has escapado. Ay, qué grande. Ah, mira, es para calentarse. Yo pensaba que era para señalar.
He likes to craft things, like jars or strange machinery.
Máquinas raras.
Ai, que diantres andará a dicir a muller esa?
Parece ser que... Ah, catedral, tío, si está ahí.
He's a mason. He builds things like that.
Ah, eche masón. Albanel.
Sí, a mason. It's the same word in Galician.
Por aquí pasan unha morea de masóns. Non me poderías dicir algo máis sobre el?
Oín falar dun masón que dis que se dedica a traducir libros en Toledo.
Polo visto, di que se chama Jack.
Yes, Jack. Have you seen him?
Non sei cal será o seu apelido, pero ben é certo que non chai moitos masóns rubios aos que lles guste ler. Se tan desesperada está, por que non vai a Toledo a comprobalo por si mesma?
Entón, marchou para Toledo.
He went to Toledo?
A Toledo marchou, sí.
A Toledo
Di
marchou.
que o teu Jack podería estar en Toledo.
All right, so I will go to Toledo then. Gracias. I just pray that I understood you correctly.
Bueno, pues nada, más o menos. Aunque la otra también ayuda bastante.